Hello everyone, it's Darkseeker here again. Welcome back for another video. Now we're back on wild mode playing Drunkturtle's Machinegun Priest as we head to the end of the August season. Now with a deck that has such a cool name, I mean I've just got to try it out, right? And this is a very interesting take on Enzoth Reno Priest with Shadow Reaper Anduin. There are some very interesting card inclusions. Spawn of Shadows. Now this is an interesting card. Once you've played Razar the Chained with a 0-cost hero power, you're dealing 4 damage to the enemy hero. You're also taking 4. However, given that you could heal, essentially you can negate 2 out of the 4 damage on that turn and take 2 damage yourself and deal 4 to your opponent. Now obviously if you've got Shadow Reaper Anduin out, your hero power costs 0 after Razar. You're dealing 2 damage with the hero power plus another 4 based on Spawn of Shadows. That's 6 damage in that turn. And you're taking 4 then, and you can't heal. So you could ask the question, is Spawn of Shadows really worthwhile? Well, it is a decent finisher, providing you've not taken too much damage. And of course, the other option is play Reno Jackson after you've taken lots of damage and just heal back up to 30. So Spawn of Shadows is a very interesting card. Previously not really seen a huge amount of play, but after the Frozen Throne expansion, you know, more and more people are playing it in Reno Priest. So certainly worth a try, and I actually have tried this card out in a previous deck, I think going back a week or two, but we didn't really talk about it much. So we're going to give it a try, hopefully in this video. Now the other interesting card is Mechanical Yeti. Now I've talked about this before in some level of depth, but worth discussing again. The spare part. Now Lyra is not in this deck, so there's no Lyra spare part synergy, but that spare part is useful in combination with Shadow Reaper Anduin and the hero power. It's also pretty good because if you get the stealth spare part, you could stealth the Doomsayer, guaranteeing pretty much that it goes off unless they play Twisting Nether. Or some kind of Kazakus potion that polymorphs the Doomsayer. +1 attack on a 4 attack minion is pretty good because becomes a 5 attack minion, then you play Shadow Reaper Anduin and it dies, so that's pretty decent. Or how about +1 attack on an enemy minion letting you cast Shadow Word Death? Or how about swapping the health and attack power of a minion, which lets you kill a Doomsayer? So Mechanical Yeti's spare parts do have some great utility, and it's certainly worth considering. And you know, it's a 4 attack minion. Priest cannot Shadow Word Death it, cannot Shadow Word Pain it. It has 5 health. It's reasonably good in terms of trading and surviving. So yeah, Mechanical Yeti, I'm a big fan of that card. So we're going to have a look at 3 different games in this video featuring the Drunkturtle Machinegun Priest. I love that name. And these games are pretty long. I mean, it is Reno Priest, so strap yourselves in for the ride, and I hope you enjoy the video. And if you've got any comments on the deck, yeah, feel free to leave them in the comments section. So here we go. Alright, we're starting off against a mage. Now, this opening hand is quite interesting. We have a 2, a 3, a 4 and a 5. Yes, we can count, and I'm actually going to keep this hand. These are all playable minions against mage, I guess. I mean, the Radiant Elemental may bring out Frostbolt, I guess. But it's a curve. A curve is good. We like having a curve. Yeah. I mean, I could have mulliganed aggressively for Cleric and Power Word Shield, but no, I'm happy with this. Now, he plays a 2 attack minion. We have Potion of Madness. So we're just going to bide our time now. We're just going to wait. And I'm going to be looking for some good value on this potion here. I mean, given that I didn't do anything, he may suspect that I've got it. Or he may just think I'm a priest, I'm slow, I have nothing to play, nothing to do. But yeah, look, there's our value. And this feels really, really good. So we make the trade, and we get to develop a minion. So initiative goes to us. Now hopefully you'll just hero power here. If he were to hero power, that's 2 mana that he can't use to develop a minion or a spell. So that's pretty decent. I mean, if I were in his position, I'd always hero power just to clear the board. But that's just me. Now he doesn't hero power. He plays a secret. That's interesting. So we want to test for mirror entity. Okay. And it is mirror entity. That's unfortunate. And getting an archanologist there isn't particularly great. I was hoping for something a little bit better. But I guess it's a body, it'll have to do. Right, so will he trade the 3/3 into the 3/3 and then ping? Will we finally see a ping on that loot hoarder? The loot hoarder's got 2 damage in already, and that's, I guess that's significant in its own right. You know, usually with 1 health it's usually dead to a ping, so the fact that we could do 2 damage, well, that's something. Okay, another secret. Excuse me. Oh wow, okay. And he's not killing the loot hoarder. This loot hoarder is incredibly lucky. Incredibly lucky. So we've seen 1 mirror entity. What are the chances it's another copy of mirror entity? I think that's unlikely. I'm going to suspect counterspell. I'm going to suspect ice block or ice barrier, maybe. So, which is why I felt confident throwing down Sludge Belcher. I mean, if it had Mirror, throwing down a Belcher would have been a disaster, to be honest. You don't want to give him a Sludge Belcher. But because we'd seen 1 copy of Mirror, I was happy to take a gamble. Now, you can see the list of secrets there. So, we've eliminated Mirror Entity. And as I said, my money is on Counterspell, Ice Block, or Ice Barrier. Actually, it can't be Ice Barrier because we've tested for it. Okay, so Ice Block or Counterspell. Okay, so I guess we go for Razar or the Yeti here. I mean, we know it's not Mirror Entity, so developing Razar now I think is reasonable. With the Yeti, I could play the Yeti for 4 and heal for 2. That uses up all of our mana efficiently, kind of. Or I could play the Yeti and the Archanologist, which again uses up all of our mana. So, but I'm going to play Razar here because developing Razar as quickly as possible always seems like a good idea, just to get the 0 cost hero power into play ASAP. Just, you get so much value from it. Fireball is interesting. Happy to see the Fireball used on Razar. It just means that he won't be fireballing my face with that Fireball. Okay, now we're just playing stuff. Now we're just playing stuff on the board, and we want to start getting some trades in. Health total is reasonable, I guess. So we're not too worried about dying anytime soon. We don't have Reno though in hand, and that could be a bit of a concern as the game goes on, because presumably what this mage will be looking to do is to burst me down at some point, and I'd like to be ready with Reno.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Oh wow, he's really going wide on the board here.
We have many.
And there's Kirintor Mage. So this is a secrets mage. I mean, we've seen a couple of secrets already, but you know, the fact that he's playing Kirintor Mage means there's going to be more secrets to come. Probably many more secrets to come, so we need to watch out for that. Now, there are 2 secrets up here, so what we're going to do is we're going to go face with the Yeti and test for counterspell. I think that's pretty important here, and it is counterspell, okay. And now we could Dragonfire Potion, or we could Light Bomb. If I Light Bomb, my Yeti survives? And what else am I going to Light Bomb in this game? I mean, what else does Secrets Mage play that can't be killed by Dragonfire Potion? Right, so do you see my logic there? Happy to use the Light Bomb, let the Yeti survive, heal the Yeti, we still maintain board presence. Now, if he plays Antonidas, that would be interesting. Dragonfire Potion will not kill Tony, but then again, it doesn't. Light Bomb doesn't kill Tony either. Oh well, that kills Antonidas, or Tony, as he is affectionately called. Right, so actually, in this position, it feels pretty good because we have card advantage in hand. He's got a lack of options to work with, and we're just hopefully, I mean, I heal the Yeti there. Should I be healing my face at this point, given the Reno hasn't arrived? How afraid am I of being burst down? Oh my god, okay, that's Yogg. Is it me, or has Yogg's RNG improved? Okay, maybe. Bash your own face, maybe it hasn't. Is it me, or has Yogg's RNG generally improved, where Yogg's spells end up being more favourable than normal? Because there was that phase with Yogg where, I don't know, it was after they nerfed him, and, you know, where if he kills himself, then he stops casting. There was this phase where it just seemed like anytime you cast Yogg, he'd either end up killing you somehow by overdrawing or casting spells on your own face. There was like this period where he just seemed like such a disaster to play. And yet now, whenever I face an opponent with Yogg, their Yoggs always do amazing things. Well, the light has betrayed us, supposedly. But we get rid of 2 minions there. That feels really good. Okay, we need to note those secrets. Now you can see the list of secrets there on the left hand side has increased. There's the Hunter secret in play, and there's Antonidas. How many fireballs will he get? So he plays the glyph, he gets 1 fireball. The question is, can he play the spell that came off the glyph for a 2nd fireball? The answer is no. That's really good for us. It's really important, because our healing potential is limited because of Anduin's hero power. But yeah, he saw Anduin and he thought, yeah, time to go with Tony. How is the priest gonna deal with Tony? Well, I can deal with Tony. It's just that I'm concerned about these secrets. There's a counter spell. Okay, fine. Get it out the way. I'm going to go 10 cost. Sheep is good. And armour is excellent at this juncture. Okay. So now we can just kill Tony. Concerned about the Hunter secret. I mean, is that freezing trap, for instance? So we can test with the Acolyte. It's not freezing trap. And time rewinder. Okay. So I think playing Doomsday here is fine. If he's got another minion that he wants to play, that's going to delay him by another turn. Cabalist Tome. Okay. So, there's still a Hunter's Secret in play. There's Reno. That's really good. Now, we just need to make sure that we keep getting value with the hero power here. And you can start to see that the damage now, every single turn, is adding up. It's actually pretty good. Not the best Yogg. Sorry, not the best Enzoth in the world. Sorry, I've still got Yogg in my head. 3 minions returning back to life. Missing a little bit of value. We could have had the Oracle, Blood Mage Thalnos, Deathlord. But I guess this is fine. This is pressure. You know, you're under no compulsion to wait to play Enzoth until you get a full board back. Playing Enzoth with just 3 minions coming back is still fine, because those minions have to be dealt with. And if he has Flame Strike, well, we have 2 5 health minions on the board. Flame Strike isn't going to be terribly effective. I guess he can only remove 2 out of the 4 minions with Flame Strike. Meteor, though, Meteor is interesting. Oh wow, okay. Well, that was as good as removing 3 minions, and we won't count the sheep as a viable minion. But anyway, doesn't matter. Ooh, Misdirection! Trust Yogg to cast Misdirection. Okay, and we're just going to keep hitting him with damage here. Thalnos is cheap, so it's worth taking. And look at this damage. This is brilliant. Let me just pop the block. Bring the sheep back to hand. Yep. And we may as well just kill our own Thalnos, draw a card. Card draw is good. Okay, sure. And there's no need to play the cleric. So he needs another ice block or he's dead. I don't see how he kills me, given my health total.
Well played. What to do? What to do?
He's taking his time here. Is he looking for a way out? Is he looking for something like Frost Nova? But I mean, he's still dead. I mean, I have my hero power. So look, Priest actually able to do damage very quickly. When you've got a hand full of cheap cards and that 0 cost 2 damage hero power. And, you know, prior to the expansion, this was... Or it looks like he's rage quit. Prior to the expansion, it was always an issue for Priest with that, you know, healing hero power. Unless you had something like Arcanized Soul Priest down, your hero power could heal, but sometimes you just couldn't find the damage to close out a game. Now, Priest has the ability to close out a game. And I have to say, the Shadow Reaper Anduin is probably now my favourite Death Knight. And just a bit of BM here. Let's see what he's got in his deck. Oh, okay, another Archaeologist. Sure. And that's it. Feels good. Feels really, really good. Right, so heading into our next game here. It's against a warrior. And you of course think, well, pirate warrior, right? But he didn't do anything on turn 1. Maybe it's a pirate warrior with ship's cannon and a load of cheap pirates in hand, and it's saving up those cheap pirates, then unleash them over one turn. In this case, though, you see Frothing Berserker, which was coined out. That's quite interesting. That's usually quite unusual with Pirate Warrior. You don't usually see them coin out a Frothing Berserker. I mean, they play Frothing Berserker, but there are usually other things that they'd prefer to coin out, like cheap pirates, for example, to get board presents. But this does not look like Pirate Warrior. No, this is something else altogether. Interesting. So we're just going to clear the board here. Yeah, we don't want anything to survive. You just got to think about what spell to take. Dragonfire Potion or Valen's Chosen or Excavate Evil. The Dragonfire Potion seems to be the most sensible one. Because we don't quite know what he's playing in this deck. I have an idea, but this is not a deck that you usually see played at this rank on the Wild Mode ladder. So expect the unexpected. My assumption is therefore that he's playing a deck with Enrage effects, Whirlwind effects. Interesting. So he's looking to injure his own minions, buff them up. Yeah. Interesting. Wow. Execute on a Radiant Elemental. I mean, I guess it's justified. It was a buffed up Radiant Elemental. Things are slowing down for us a little bit here. Oh my god, Axe Flinger. When's the last time you saw Axe Flinger get played in a deck? Anyway, Tar Creeper there, obliterating his Bloodhoof Brave, which is a very good trade for us. But we've just got to be really conscious now of the amount of damage that we're probably going to be taking soon. Because that Axe Fling, if he's got Whirlwind effects, damage effects to the board, that Axe Flinger could end up going a bit crazy soon. Yeah, we've got to be careful. And he has an armor smith down as well, so he's going to be looking to gain a huge amount of armor. Makes me wonder then, would he play Grim Patron in his deck? Considering that you've got these AoE effects. Seems sensible. Blood Razor, okay. Here's the second execute. Okay, this is worth noting. 2 executes are now gone. So his tools for dealing with big minions are sort of, well, they're lessened now. I don't think he'd play Shield Slam. And I don't think he'd play Brawl either in this deck. I think the Dragonfire Potion was worth it there, because we don't want that Axe Flinger sticking around. I mean, look at my health total. We're already down quite significantly. I know we have Reno, but you want to save Reno. You want to save him until you absolutely need him. And we're just going to Doomsayer here. Hold off with the Reno for as long as possible. Hopefully by the time he runs out of cards, that's when we can play our Reno. But we also need to push some aggression. demons there. We need to push aggression. His armor total is significant now, and it's just probably going to keep growing.
Let the pain speak to me.
So we need to be able to kill him at some point. Oh wow, another armor smith, and he's going to draw a card. Wow. So we can deal 8 damage and get some demons.
I feel empty.
Animated Berserker. Okay. Bit worried about this health total now, because I'm thinking Gromash, which could be a problem. So we need to kill the Berserker. Yeah, if he has Patron, Grim Patron, or Grom, it'd be a serious issue. So yeah, prioritizing on killing that minion, I think, was the right call. So anyway, oh god, there's another Axe Flinger. This is a very interesting game. Not used to facing a deck like this, so a bit more thinking needed. Oh my god, another Blood Razor. So, yeah, his armor count is gonna go through the roof. And we continue to take damage. Do I need to play Reno now? Or do we just have to prioritise now just killing the Axe Flinger? Eight damage on an Axe Flinger seems like a massive waste, but if he doesn't play Gromash, then what else are we going to use that 8 damage on? Ugh, I don't know. Are those the demons that I wanted to see? Double Abyssal Enforcer, which will damage my own face. I mean, once I've played Reno, it's not so much of an issue. So his deck is very, very aggressive. Not as aggressive as Pirate Warrior, but still unique and aggressive. Ha! And look at the armor. This is really cool. Unfortunately for him,
The light has betrayed me.
Unfortunately for him, the light has betrayed me, and just clear the board. Shadow Reaper Anduin. Feels good. So now we can start chipping away with our 0 cost 2 damage hero power, and one day, eventually, we will kill him. We will break through the armor. Wow, even has Dr. Boom in his deck. Well, what do we do here? We have the Dragonfire Potion. We can clear the board with it. I'm going to start with the hero power, obviously. And this is actually really good. 0 cost 2 damage hero power, allowing Dragonfire Potion to then mop up and completely clear the board. That's really good. We'll play the rat though, and we'll try and get something out of his hand, something useful, which hopefully will die to Dragonfire Potion. Yeah, that dies to Dragonfire Potion. That's good. The other reason for playing the rat is to absorb a hit from one of the bombs. Yep. Absorb 4 damage. Oh, and it did. The other bomb did 4 damage. Okay, fine, whatever. The only thing that kills me now is Gromash with Enrage.
I feel empty.
But he doesn't have it.
I live to serve the
This is fine. This is absolutely fine. Battle Rage. Wow. Oh, he's nearly going to fatigue. And the thing is, with fatigue, all of the armour in the world is not going to save him. So, how do we want to clear his board is the question. We have to play Reno here. We don't want to tempt fate with Grommash coming out with some kind of an enrage effect. So yeah, just worth doing what we can here to heal up and clear as much as we can. But he's out of cards. 3, yeah, and that's it. Wow, that was a sweet, sweet victory, particularly when you go into a game like that not knowing what kind of a warrior it really is. Okay, let's just look at one final clip. Now this is a game that I lost. The shaman evolved into Antonidas, and unfortunately for me, even though I've got this 6 damage Dragonfire potion, because of the Annoytron, I can't kill Antonidas. The Annoytron pretty much won the shaman the game. That's so unfortunate. So very unfortunate. The fact that he played Evolve and it got him an Annoytron and Antonidas. So very unfortunate for me. This is one of those situations where the deck, you know, it can struggle when your opponent has wonderful RNG turns. And he does 9 damage to my face. 9 damage. Ouch. And now he's just going to get this stream of fireballs. You know, if I had Reno in hand, there'd still be a chance of me winning the game. Oh no, okay, Ragnaros to the face. Wow, the RNG fest in that game was unbelievable. Annoytron, Tony, Rag. What can you do? Right, so what do I think of this deck? I love this deck. It's so much fun. This is probably for me the best iteration of Reno Enzoth Priest that I've played since the expansion has been released. And, you know, just the fact that Priest has a consistent source of damage now, that's so important. Previously you were limited to Arcanized Soul Priest to allow your hero power to do damage, or one-off spells that let your hero power do damage, or Shadow Form, you were limited to using that. Now you have this consistent source of damage with Shadow Reaper Anduin, and not only that, the damage from the hero power, you can refresh that damage, you refresh that hero power and just keep casting it again and again and again if you just play a series of cheap cards from your hand. That's so useful and so valuable. Mechanical Yeti, massive fan of that card in the deck. The utility of the spare part is huge. Just getting a return to hand spare part for Enzoth, for example, or a stealth spare part for the Doomsayer, so incredibly valuable. Spawn of Shadows I haven't had as much value from, although if you look at the Wild Hearthstone Reddit group, there are people there discussing this deck who say it's brought them great value and helped them finish off and win games. So yeah, Spawn of Shadows I think I need to see some more value from, and I think if I play a few more games of the deck I'm sure I'll see value from it. So, thank you very much for joining me, everyone, and I'd like to say a massive thank you to Drunkturtle for this deck. And yeah, we're approaching 700 subscribers for this YouTube channel, which has made me very, very happy. So if a few more people subscribe after watching this, we'll hit that number, and then maybe I'll do another subscriber giveaway in a couple of weeks' time. So, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you all again very soon for more wild Hearthstone action.